What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video. And before I did anything, as soon as I hopped on, I sorted out a bunch of the player contracts, stuff like that. I've also got my scouts, kind of just general scouting for some younger top class players. We'll see what that pulls up. And that is about all I have done. Now, Antonio has been sold to, is it Manchester United? Or, yep, it is Manchester United. I got a bid in from both West Ham and Manchester United. I figured we'd let him go to Man U. They was offering slightly more, and they're in no particular worry right now in terms of position in the league. Now, all these games that are upcoming are obviously important, league games especially, because one loss could really knock me down. But that being said, I don't think the Southampton game, with them being 15th, is nearly important enough to show. I really want to show some of them big games we've got coming up, especially the Leicester and Liverpool one. Speaking of Liverpool, whereabouts are they in the current league table? Let's have a look. They're 7th, but I mean that is very close right there, from sort of 5th to 9th. Probably the closest you're going to see that table this year. We are now just kind of holding off between us and Manchester City, so what I'm probably going to do is go, hopefully, smash this game, see what happens. If we lose, obviously going to be a big blow, but well, we shouldn't. We've got Sarr now, who's gone all the way up to an 85. I mean, he's now our mainstay right winger. He's really turned into an impressive player. We've also got Badiashile, who's all the way up to a 78 now. I mean, we've not even played him that many games, and he's already skyrocketed. Lodi, an 85. We're going to get Sirkin on now. Fortunately, my centre-backs just aren't improving. It's really weird. They're playing well, but they're just not going up. I also think we're going to get Woolley on just to give him the experience, and everyone else is fine, other than he's right here. Other than Parrott, who scored the winner last time out. I figure it's only fair to give him another shot as a proper out-and-out striker in a proper serious game. So I'm going to go away, going to get this done, and then we'll get cracking on with the important matches. Right, so we got a huge 4-1 win against Southampton. Parrott being involved in all 4 goals, with 3 goals and an assist, I believe. So well done to him. We've also sorted a couple more contracts out, got a couple of players properly scouting, and now we're into the game against Leicester. Now this is 3rd place Leicester. If they win here, this could essentially make it a 3-way tie for first place this season, because we're coming fairly close to the end. Whereas if we win, this could be the game that absolutely seals our dominance at the top of the table. I've also sorted out a secondary team sheet, so that actually, one sec, I think that's the only change we're going to make. Yeah, I've sorted out a secondary team sheet now, as you can see, for the kind of B team that we're going to be mainly playing, so it's just a lot easier just to flick through. I had no idea. Actually amazing that I figured that one out, and it also helps with training as well, because when you do your training now, I think it alternates between each team, so everyone, even the subs and reserves, are getting some kind of experience in there, which is really, really nice. In terms of why I'm playing Kane this game and not someone like Troy Parrott, you know, because after you score a hat-trick and you get an assist, to then go back and, you know, take you off seems a bit jammy, almost like what happened with Lucas Moura in the Champions League. He got removed and Kane got put on in the final, and it wasn't particularly fair. Didn't make a lot of sense, but I'm doing it just because this isn't real life. Believe it or not, guys. I know I come off as an actual Premier League manager, but I'm not, and that is big news to a lot of you. But I'm just a guy, and these players don't actually feel anything in this game, and so it really has no effect on how well they'll play. I will also show after this game who I have started to scout and who we are probably going to get to just bolster up the team a little bit, because a few names have or are going to be leaving the club. Obviously, Sonny pretty recently went, which, you know, it is sad as always. It's one of the things. I love Son, but he just wasn't contributing enough and didn't really fit into the team. Oh, lovely goal. Belly made up for his mistake earlier. I think it's the first actual chip I've scored throughout the past like 19-20 episodes. Very nice. For some reason it's really difficult to actually chip AI keepers because they always seem to time things pretty perfectly. And I also must say, in terms of transfers, Pau Torres quite literally modified our entire defence. Oh my goodness. He just got sniped. Yeah, Pau Torres absolutely transformed our defence and took us from one of the worst defensive teams to one of the best. Obviously Sancho's a big part of that as well, but it was a heck of a bargain really. I can't remember what I paid. I swear it was like 30-40 million. Looking at that now, you know, pretty excellent this season, especially when you consider a team like Chelsea went and bought Ziyech for 30 million, and I swear he scored about 1.5 goals. I say 1.5 because it could be 2 goals, it could just be 1. And it makes me laugh as well. Last night, at the time of recording this, which I know is extremely past, I don't know what I'm saying here. Basically, if it just come back from watching the highlights or the game even between Chelsea and Man City in the Cup, and this video will be going up about a week later, but I watched it and Ziyech played actually very well, I'll be honest with you. But then you look in the YouTube comments and everyone is like, wow, what a bargain he was, and it's like, oh yeah, 30 million quid for 1 or 2 goals, absolute steal, mate. It's ridiculous, it really is. And again, don't get me wrong, he's played very well, but it certainly wasn't 30 million pounds worth of good, you know. And it really says something, I think, about just the state of transfers in today. Because, you know, if Ziyech is 30 million, we've got Timo Werner that's like, what, about 55 million, something like that. You know, I mean, Harry Kane, I don't think what he's worth. You can have a bid from, you know, Real Madrid or something for £4.5 billion probably for... Oh, is he done it again? Oh, he has done it again. That's a second chip. Nice goal there from Dembele. Yeah, you know, at these rates, you know, Mbappe's probably worth, you know, a literal entire country. It's just so stupid how these rates work currently. I mean, especially when you're considering that Tottenham are meant to be selling Aurier. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I would, if I was putting my money on it, I'd say he would go back to PSG, or he would make a move to Italy. That's where I'd put my money, but it's funny how I can't see him being sold for less than 20 million, even though he's barely worth a quarter of that. It is very, very strange just how the transfer market works. It's ever since that Neymar transfer. As soon as Neymar came in for hundreds of millions, I can't remember exactly how much now, but as soon as that happened, everything, and then Nan decided to basically shoot up about 500% of what they would have cost. You know, you're getting like £5 million players now that you'd be lucky to get them for under 20. It is just very strange. It's almost like, is it Ryan Brewster? I can't remember exactly how much he sold for, but it was, you know, 500% more than he ever should have sold for, considering the player had barely played a game and he was absolute dog water. Right, rant over, because that rant had no meaning. 2-0. I rate that. I mean, we played pretty well. They put in 1 tackle all game. Damn, Leicester. Right, who else has won? Man City are still winning games. It's so annoying. I need them to drop more points so I can be a little bit more comfortable. Right, let's, I think, have a look. Have we got anyone... here is my transfer hub. So the players that are on the transfer hub currently are still Davis, Pavard. We've also got Pedri on there, and I put him on there purely because of the positions he plays, and he's 19. You know, a left mid, centre mid, or an attacking mid. And we've also got Martin Odegaard. Luckily he's not playing for Arsenal, or I wouldn't have gone anywhere near him. But out of all of these, I mean, Pavard is more than likely going to be taken off the list. He's only 81 OVR. So we'll take Pavard off. I think Davis can be removed as well, because I've got quite a lot of positional help in them left back, left mid positions. Pedri will more than likely go in for, but I think the one huge acquisition we are going to go for is going to be Odegaard. Now, who is he going to replace? I'm not sure currently. Actually, I need to check something. Oh, right, I was going to say I also need someone that can be half decent at taking free kicks, so he's got a huge valuation on him. I don't know if I've already bought anyone that's over 84 OVR. I probably have. Look, the plan's gone out the window. I should have written them down. I've just completely forgotten, but I think I'm going to try and go in there with a £90 million offer. I doubt they'll accept any lower. That's reasonable. Okay, and he's 23 as well. So, you know, he can take free kicks, he can play a good amount of positions in terms of centre mid. You could play him centre defending mid, stuff like that. He's 86 OVR already, and he's going to be a crucial member of our team. Now, I know what people are going to be saying. Oh, you know, he went with Arsenal on loan or whatever. Yeah, fair enough. He's not on loan anymore, so it's not a scummy move, okay? Right, so this is a bit that always gets me. Can I go bare minimum? No additional fees? Okay, that's completely reasonable. That's very nice of you. Jesus, Pedri's £50 million valuation at 19. I mean, surely he's got to be coming up to an 80 OVR already then. Can I, with just the remainder of my budget? I reckon 53 million is what they're going to go for. Oh my goodness. Oh my, no, no, no. No, why would you come back with that kind of offer? I mean, I can happily give you the rest of my money. Alright. So usually I don't show the negotiations because they're boring and you kind of just hold square through most of them and it really is tedious, but these are our, I guess, two big players. Is he going to go for a rotation? Oh yeah, he will. Looks nothing like his actual picture. That's fine. We can imagine. Yep. See, this is what happens every time. You just let them talk, and if you can get one that... Oh no. I don't know his wages. I don't want to massively undershoot. 19, what we guessing? You know, I'd rather overshoot. It's for Barcelona as well. I'd rather overshoot and piss them off. Oh man, we were spot on there. It's very lucky. Sometimes you'll wind them up and then you have to do the whole thing again, and it's, if you're there, you just say, oh look, okay, sorry, you know, give me a counter offer, instead of them getting so pissed off at you. Right. Because of Dele Alli's injury, I think it's going to be as easy as just slipping in. Just slip it in. Putting in Odegaard. Damn, Pedri's in 81 OVR at 19. Okay. I think he's going to make a good change to the squad. Players like, I think, Lodi as well, we might have to get rid of. We'll see how good Pedri does first, but it's just not looking great. But yeah, I mean, that team right there. Ooh, that's a spicy team, really, and I don't think you can get much better than that. Let's quickly get Sarr up there, because Sarr, like I say, just absolutely blistered ahead in terms of our right wing position. He's really, really stood out for us. Right, we are also, after all this babbling, all this talking, we're going to crack on with the game against Liverpool. Realistically, another massive game, because at this point anything can happen. 1 or 2 wins for them and suddenly they're third. So let's get into this one. Hopefully this one goes okay as well. Right, we're in. I'm hoping Odegaard gets a good start. A good Odegaard. There's a joke in there. I'm sure you all heard that joke. You can, but you know what? I'm gonna give you the setup for the joke. You guys can make it your own way. You know, they're the parts of the joke. Odegaard, a good start. Sounds fairly similar to Odegaard. Do the joke yourself. Don't just moach off me all the time, for God's sake. Okay, Hurricane's in here. I'm going to blast that one fairly early, and it's a good goal. And we've just scored against the man that we was actually scouting, who was our main priority not too long ago, Skriniar, right in centre-back. But, I mean, I'm happier that we actually went for Torres, the cheaper and seemingly better option, because Liverpool now really struggling, whereas we, the Spurs, we're right at top, just floating past. And now, what I do want to quickly mention is what are my plans with the series. So at the start, so we're on about episode 20ish now, and so there's at the very least 1 or 2 more weeks of episodes, maybe 1. Basically, if we win the Premier League and the Champions League, then the series will be called a day. You know, that's what we set out to do, and I will no longer continue this series. I'll probably start a new one from a much lower ranked team. It's just because I've been a Spurs supporter most of my life, so that's why we went for Spurs this particular time. But yeah, if we can win both, then that's mission accomplished. We've done everything we need to do, and we'll say bye-bye to this team, a good old farewell. But if we don't, obviously there's going to be another season. I'm guaranteed we're going to keep going up until the point where we win both the Champions League and the Premier League, without a doubt. And that's not even a joke. We will be winning both of them before we say goodbye to the series. But then, who do I want to start a new series with if I accomplish that? Well, there's quite a few options. No one I'm going to spoil. Oh, come on, Sanchez. Oh, okay, maybe not Sanchez. Yeah, nothing I'm going to spoil, but I've got sort of 5, 6, 7 teams in mind, and I think I'm probably going to put them in a random generator, essentially pull one out the hat, and that's the one we'll go for. Now, what is it I actually look for in teams? It's mainly both heritage of the team. So, for example, QPR are one of these teams that just have a lot of history behind them. But at the same time, I don't like their kit, and it sounds so petty, but if I don't like the look of a team's kit, I won't want to wear or play with that team oh no. Oh. Oh. Firmino, you shit. Yeah, so I won't want to, but that's basically what I'm going to be doing. But we'll get into all that sort of next week when that series starts, as we are still... Oh, I thought we was losing 1-0 there. I was looking at it thinking, when did they score? They are playing pretty crap at the minute as well. I won't lie. Ooh, Harry Kane's been able to take it away. Yeah, it's the second goal for Kane. Classic Kane. What's that? His 22nd goal of the season now? Ooh, Odegaard is through here. Into Kane. Kane with hat-trick. Nice and easy. I mean, that's like his 4th hat-trick of the season. Actually, no, them stats don't quite work out, do they? Although they might do. I genuinely have no idea. But that's an assist for the debutant. Oh, that's his 22nd goal. Okay. Yeah, it's an assist for the debutant on his first Premier League game with Spurs. So, you know, you couldn't ask for much more, could you, from centre mid? Aurier is just been dispossessed as well. In terms of Pedri, centre mid is not the position he should be playing. He is so small and pretty weak that he quite often just gets, you know... Ooh, it's gone over. Yeah, he often just gets absolutely torn up. And there we go. 3-0 win to Liverpool. I mean, this time last season, that would have seemed impossible. You know, just playing against Liverpool last season was difficult. They had 1 shot all game. Man City lost as well to Southampton. Oh, this could have just been the winning week right here. Okay, I can't actually see because of our game to Huddersfield. Let me have a quick check of... Okay, what I am going to do is... I mean, the cup game isn't too important. I might just sim the cup game. With the way our team is playing, I can't see us losing. Then quickly get through the Fulham game. and the Brentford game, and then we'll play this Champions League game like we said we would. I think that'll probably be the best way about it. So, well, I could show it on camera. We're going to quick sim it. That's how confident I'm feeling. Prize money, Spain cover. Yeah, Tanganga, I don't really want to let him go out on loan because he doesn't get played much, but I have a feeling that, you know, Sanchez will break both of his legs and his head will fall off at some point, and at that point we're going to need him. Right, here we go. I mean, look, I'm not too fussed about this game. I'm going to play the second team. Win or lose, it's not an important enough game, really. Okay. I'm super glad we didn't have a single shot against us. Fair enough. That takes to replay, I believe. That would obviously make sense to anyone that's not stupid like me. Right. Look at that 59 point start. It makes you very happy. Right, I'm going to also go away and get the Fulham game sorted and the Brentford game. Oh, we've got a replay here. I'm going to go get all three sorted super quick, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Right, so for Fulham, 2-0 win, nice and easy. Then a 1-0 in the Cup, which we just simmed again, and then I played out a 2-2 draw to Brentford. Wasn't ideal, but at most we've lost 2 points there, and we are still top of the table now. Into the probably the most important European game we have ever had in this season, or this, when I say this season I mean this video season, if that makes any sense. In the past 20 episodes, that sort of thing. Oh, Dembele up to an 86 as well. So yeah, this could be a good one. See, why is he unhappy here? See, he can either play centre attacking mid or centre mid. Okay, so I'll put you in centre mid. And what, you're not happy with centre mid? And Dembele as well, up to an 86 as well. Anyone else gone up? No, none of the defenders have gone up yet again, so that's pretty good to know. I think we are going to be playing... Do I don't see? It's one of them situations. I want to play Badia Shield because I know how good he can be, but I'm worried that this is going to be the game where he's not so. Look, we're going to give it a try. We're going to go with our best team. We're going to crack into it. I mean, who are they playing? They've got some big names. This actually reminds me, I swear we played against these in the Europa League as well. This team looks very, very familiar. Not that that's an issue. I might have to go back and check. But yeah, I feel like we played basically this team in the Europa League and wiped them. Although that could just all be in my mind. Oh, I was so expecting it to miss. But I just, like, I wasn't even paying attention. It was so early, and it was such a weird shot. Like, look at this. Kane to Odegaard. Odegaard up to Ndombele. And Ndombele kind of did like a half chip, half finesse shot. And very nice. I mean, that gives us a 1-0 lead inside 4 minutes, which is absolutely huge. If we can, in this first leg, just absolutely lock it down, you know, 2-3-0 win, then we're pretty much set for what's to come in the second leg. Right, oh, it can be done. Oh, it was... You cannot tell me that that looked like it was even going in, man. That looked like it had missed from... This is a shot you rarely see him take on FIFA. I mean, what was this? Right foot into the left side. Look at this. See, this is one I was like, nah, he's gonna scuff that one up again. Lovely shot, though. I think we may have an absolute gem on our hands with Odegaard. I mean, this is their first proper attack all game. Nearly got it in. Right, we're going to get Aurier on just to freshen that defence up a little bit. I mean, it'll also give us some attacking threat as well, because Aurier is pretty attack-minded lately. you can't blow the whistle there. One touch and Pedro's going to score. Fair enough. I mean, that is a super comfortable 2-0 win in terms of everything. Two very nice taken goals from the two centre mids as well. I do just want to check. I mean, we had so many shots. I just want to see saves made. He only made 4? Really? I thought he'd made like 15 odd saves. Maybe I was completely wrong. But yeah, so they both got one. Who got the assist? Oh, Kane did get an assist, and Odegaard got an assist as well. So I would have thought he would have been man of the match. But yet again, defensively, we couldn't have been any better. Ooh, we also finished 1-1 between Juventus and Barcelona. So there is everything to play for, you know, essentially going into the finals, which we are already in, I suppose. What we're in now, the quarterfinals, something like that. Round of 16 would class as quarterfinal. I don't know. I could be completely mad. No, that'd be. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna say quarterfinals, even though it might not be. That's what we're saying. Yeah, we didn't want to sell Camavinga anyway. Transfer window closed. We made no more transfer window acquisitions. We wasn't selling anyone else. That is why we didn't show that. 59. See, we're on 59 points now, Manchester City. Yeah, see, this is what annoys about this game. You leave a player out of a team for one match, and they assume that you're going to sell him. It's very strange. Right, let's get... Realistically, we can... If I look at my calendar real quick... So, next episode we've got 2 games here. 3 games. So 4 games next episode that are going to be hopefully breezed through. But then we have got the North London derby with the scum that is Arsenal. Then we've got Manchester United, who are still pretty high up. And then we've got the second part of the Champions League. So it's another big episode next time. Just before we go, however, I do want to give a quick check-up on my players and just see who has scored what and sort of how it's going. As far as I'm aware, Vinicius has played awful. Yeah, he has. I mean, he's not even in... is he even in there? Oh, he is in there, actually. But, I mean, Jesus Christ. Look at that. 28 goals and 6 assists for Kane. That is unbelievable, really. Then we've got Parrott with 9 goals and 4 assists in 14 games. That is, yeah, these are definitely my biggest prospects right now. I really think they are. Then Ousmane Dembele doing what he does best, getting some goals, some assist contributions from that left wing. Tanguy and Ndombele from centre mid as well, contributing very nicely. Vinicius should have done more. I may not be playing him as much as Harry Kane, but he's certainly getting more game time than Parrott, and he just isn't doing anything, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe have to think about letting him go at some point. Rodrigo is no longer our main man, but he is performing half decently. Sarr, being our new main right winger, just hasn't had as much time. Lodi is actually performing okay, I guess. I mean, Aurier from centre defending mid, well done to him. And Højbjerg as well, 8 assists from defensive mid. Jesus. Dele Alli's obviously injured, not much you can do about that. I mean, Odegaard already, he definitely hasn't made 10 appearances for us. Oh, in Champions League, obviously, with Real Madrid. But, yeah, I mean, well done to him. Really well done to him. He's performed pretty decently. We're going to have to give Skip another chance as well. I'm annoyed with Sirkin. He's made 12 appearances, but he's just not getting the stats to go with it. I mean, 1 assist is pitiful, really, especially when you look at TJ Yoma, who's also got 1 assist, or Juan Foyth, who's doubled their assists. Yeah, it's just not good enough overall, really. I think that's pretty much everyone of interest. Yeah, I mean, when you've got players like centre-back getting more assists than a attacking full-back, is very strange. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. As always, if you enjoy, feel free to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Stay safe, and I will catch you guys next time.